Wow, how about Revolution from last night from All Elite Wrestling, man? It's up and down, up and down, up and down, the Sallys from AEW All Elite Wrestling and Tony Khan. The show could have been, but the pay-per-view could have been better, but it could have been a lot worse, honestly. Now explain why in today's LimitsCenter. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode Lucas E. Allen 1018 on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show. Yes, I know I brought back Spotify. I know people, I'm a crazy lunatic, but still. With your LimitsCenter podcast for your Monday, March 16th of 2026. For anything you know, follow me on social media, Wrestling Limits on Instagram and TikTok. So say I start on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Watching today's podcast on YouTube, hit the like button today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for post notifications and upload on this channel. And always feel free to leave a comment in my episode for your LimitsCenter for your Monday, March 3rd, 16th of 2026. Watch on Spotify, do the same thing as well. Leave me a comment, also a 5-star rating, be very nice as well to say at least. So I get started today's LimitsCenter, man. By the way, I know I mentioned on Twitter, honestly, when I say Success Twitter account. I did originally say something where I basically was doing LimitsCenter for Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. Well, it'll probably be Monday, probably Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm thinking about doing that. And also Mondays, because it's the first Fallen Revolution. Anything following like a big wrestling show or event, to say at least, you're going to get a LimitsCenter the very next day, to say at least. Stay tuned for that in all honesty. So you start today's podcast, though, man? Let's discuss AEW Revolution 2026 review. We're discussing that. Also, Stone Cold Steve Austin, yeah, he's in the news. Shuts down Monday Night Raw's return rumors. We're discussing that. Also, update Santos Escobar's. Carlitos says Santos Escobar. Remember Carlitos at the long time on Raw? Update on Santos Escobar's WWE status. Be discussing that. Also, some Bayley, who has a match tonight against AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I'm looking forward to, honestly. Bayley makes her AAA debut in a losing effort against Flammer. Never heard of her until for Saturday when she faced Bayley. We discussed that. Speaking of Bayley, my girl Mercedes Mone, not having the greatest, basically, track record comes to wins-loss scenarios the last, I don't know, about 3 months or so. Mercedes Mone's losing streak continues. My girl Mercedes Mone going through a lot, dude. She's doing it like a fucking icon she is. I'm going to discuss that. Also, Britt Baker says her AEW return is not up to her in all honesty as well. So on today's podcast, go ahead and join me. It's always conversation Monday, LimitsCenter edition for your Monday, March 16th of 2026. On today's podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with, you guessed, your AEW Revolution 2026 review. Up and down pay-per-view in all honesty, in all context, man. As I said, my Instagram and TikTok version of Wrestling Limits, to say at least. I did my Instagram Reels, my TikTok video, go check that out, honestly. But I gotta be honest, man. So before I get into Revolution, this pay-per-view was up and down throughout the whole freaking night. Was it good? I would say it was good at parts. Was it bad? You better bet there was bad parts, and this will discuss especially the second match on the show. And also, was this the second to last match on the show, I think, right? Yep, right before the main event. But I enjoy the pay-per-view. It made kind of crazy. Especially one trios match is not the greatest of great per se, but it's not better than your other two matches I just mentioned are bad. But still, man. Starting with, you guessed it though, your AEW Revolution 2026 review. So starting with FTR, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Ring defend AEW World Tag Team Champions. Defeat the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson to retain the said AEW World Tag Team Championships to start the event. And after match, Adam Copeland, former Edge, and Christian Cage made their AEW return by attacking FTR. To a massive pop, as you can freaking tell. You're in LA last night? I have a lot to say about the next match, honestly, to discuss the outcome. Well, not the outcome per se, but after the match shit. Which I don't like it at all, but still. But that's for this match. I enjoy the match, honestly. FTR and Young Bucks, two greatest tag teams by this generation, honestly. between them and the Usos and the New Day. I'm like top 4, honestly. But if we see these guys wrestle so many times, dude, like, I mean, it gets kind of old after a while, too, you think, right? I think it gets old to kind of after a while. At least to me, it does. But at least it's built up potentially after match of teasing the FTR. And Cope and Christian match for the World Tag Team titles, and probably Cope and Christian getting those tag championships off the FTR. Probably likely at, what's next, Pay-Per-View Dynasty? Probably get to that Dynasty, honestly, for next month in April. It will soon be the case, or maybe at the latest, Double or Nothing. I would like to see it all, but I think Cope and Christian have something better for All In, with probably we stick a triple threat match in these 3 teams for the tag team titles. I don't mind that to a point. I know there's people like, Lucas, this good old-fashioned kind of like a 6-man tag team. Don't we like it? At least it's 3 legendary tag teams. That's fine with me, honestly, to a point. That's fine with me, honestly. As long as like a story involved with these 3 teams that potentially get to All In, then fine. Do I prefer it? No, I don't, but at least it's 3 legendary tag teams, so we ain't fine with that. This gets a B+, better opening starts your show. And this is probably the way to start, honestly. Big return like Copeland and Christian, and honestly, just what happened after this match was a freaking no. Just a big fat no. We'll discuss it right now, but this just starts your pay-per-view gets a B+. On to said fucking thing I got to rant about, ladies and gentlemen. And fuck Dave Meltzer, by the way. Thomas Tony Storm defeats Marina Shafir. And after the match, God, man, I can't believe I'm saying these words in the year 2026. Ronda fucking Rousey, or Londa Rousey, I like to call her, appeared and wanted to brawl with Tony Storm. A big fucking fat C. You might be grateful you see me. I really wanted to put some C minus. I really fucking do with this shit. I don't care for a Tony Storm and Marina Shafir match on a pay-per-view. And after match, you get a freaking woman I cannot stand in professional wrestling. Back in professional wrestling, MMA, mixed martial arts. The woman claims wrestling is fake. You know, she can't be more fucking wrong. Like, dude. What was Tony Khan thinking here, dude? Granted, I hope this is a potential. This could be a one-off. It's gonna be all grand for nothing, man. But this woman by Wednesday, because she didn't have an All Elite graphic on last night. At least not going to check from Tony Khan or AEW in general. They didn't give her an All Elite graphic. But you know damn well there's a chance. Obviously there's a chance that Wednesday could come and Ronda makes another appearance and she be forget an All Elite fucking graphic. Oh, may God help us all if that's the case. May God help us all. I am praying this is a one and done and Tony just beats Ronda. I have no desire to see Ronda Rousey in WWE or even WWE or in AEW. Either one. She's not needed. I'm trying to be as nice and just calm as possible, dude. And then there's Dave Meltzer on his wrestling, whatever he calls it, Wrestling Observer Radio, what the fuck he calls it. I don't call it Wrestling Observer when it comes to news, honestly, and professional wrestling. It's all he, she said shit. But Dave Meltzer went on Wrestling Observer Radio, or whatever he fucking call it. I think it's radio or live, whatever he does with Brian Alvarez. Basically claims that Ronda Rousey is a fucking draw. Yeah, maybe in MMA and maybe mixed martial arts. But in professional wrestling, she is like everybody else. I don't care. Well, on what plan? Everyone wanted this woman to go the fuck away in 2022. And she was on the worst parts of WWE television. That's saying a lot. That shit was even worse. It was right before Vince McMahon went out with his allegations bullshit. And Triple H took over. Even when she was in Triple H, she was still nauseating as shit. Like, oh my god, what are we doing here? If this is a one and done, and hey, fine. Tony gets a big winner on her belt, you can at least keep her out of the title picture for a little bit. But my god, if Ronda Rousey, I swear to god, if she gets an All Elite graphic by this Wednesday, I'm going to fucking be livid. That's where you're going to get a freaking angry me right here. The Thursday LimitsCenter comes down to that. That's when I'm going to be doing the Dynamite review, obviously. But with LimitsCenter and shit, with the news and stuff like that day and stuff like that. But I swear to God, if Ronda gets an oddly graphic, we are fucked as professional wrestling fans. And the only people that would like that is Ronda Rousey fans. Nobody, you can't speak with two eyes or look at me with two eyes and say Ronda Rousey should needed in professional wrestling year 2026. Whether it's WWE or, even worse, AEW. She's not needed. And I find it funny. I think with a press conference and promote one of her fights for Netflix, it's funny. She's essentially feuding with AEW or with AEW, and she has a match in MMA stuff like that on Netflix, where obviously Raw streams off of. I'm like, oh my god, man! I'm surprised she didn't go back to WWE. I don't want her either in any one, but still. Obviously, she's never going to go back there because she's shit all over WWE and Triple H and Manuel TKO, Dana White and stuff like that. Was racing with WWE. Shit all over that shit. She shits all over professional wrestling. She called it fucking fake. It's funny. People are saying what they canceling her about what is it called? I forgot what it was freaking called, but it was Sandy something. I think Sandy Hook maybe. I had no idea what the fuck that was until whatever it was last night. I still don't even know what it is to this day. Or who the hell is Sandy Hook is. I don't know, honestly. It's probably me being dumb. I don't go with politics. Do you know me? I hate politics. Politics and me can go right to fucking hell. I'm not joking. I hate politics. That's why I'm not saying anything about that. What our beliefs are and this and that. I don't care. I base this off professional wrestling. I base this off professional wrestling with creative and stuff like that. Who I think is great, who I think is terrible. I think Ronda Rousey is completely terrible. First run, it was completely different. In 2018 and stuff like that, she was probably the best parts of WWE television. And a dog shit show of Vince McMahon. But after that, when she left, after WrestleMania 35, and that god-awful performance she gave against Becky and Charlotte, that meant everything after that was a fucking downhill spiral of her in professional wrestling. So why the fuck is she needed? She is not needed. She's not needed. What star power these people like Dave Meltzer claim that she still has in 2026? What star power am I not seeing? If anything, she has basically is irrelevant big star power to a point. Then, like, I don't know, like, I like Speedball Mike Bayley as a professional wrestler, but so as for star power, she has just as freaking star power as Speedball Mike Bayley. Even though my Speedball Mike Bayley is a better wrestler, obviously, but still. You get the point at least. You get the point at least. Like, she has, I don't get the fucking hype at all in 2026 of Ronda Rousey. She is fucking just not needed in any company. Don't care about the Ring of Honor match she had with Athena and Maria Shafir, with Billy Starks involved, but I don't care. She's not needed in any ounce of fucking thing to the professional wrestling in 2026. She don't draw a fucking dime. She didn't draw shit in WWE. She really didn't, if you think about it, people. She really didn't. Especially in that second. I mean, the first one, yeah, obviously she's dropped more for the first run. But as with the second run in 2022, and after that, she was fucking the most awful parts of WWE television, where you got fucking, even like in the first run, this woman got fucking Charlotte Flair cheers in 2018, and that was just freaking rare beyond rare you can see. Granted, she's not liked in Los Angeles, you can tell last night for Revolution and Survivor Series 2018. Nobody wanted to see that. Nobody wanted Ronda and Charlotte. Even Charlotte, you got cheered, of all things. And that was shocking back then. Obviously not now, but still. Charlotte got cheers. Thanks to Ronda Rousey. Like, that was just unbelievable sight there. But still. Like, I don't see the hype. I don't see the hype here at Ronda at all. I don't want like 10 some odd minutes about this. I'm probably going to speak another like video about this tomorrow. I really will. Want to do like your Instagram, TikTok reel. Maybe a full-fledged YouTube video. I'm only going 10 minutes on this shit, so still. But I don't think Ronda's needed. She's obviously not needed, dude. So what's the point of bringing her in? Look, to promote the Netflix shit. Why would Tony Khan promote something that says WWE on a banner with Netflix on? Why would he do that? So what is the point here? What, he's just going to get recognition off a name like Ronda? I don't get it. I really don't. It makes me worry she's mean all elite. Makes me worry as shitless, dude. God help us all. God help us all if that's the case. This gets a big fat C. Shall I move on, though? Shall I move on? Jon Moxley, the reigning defending AEW Continental Champion, who had basically Ronda Rousey was basically going backstage and see you saw Jon Moxley. Maybe she's honorary Death Rider member. I don't fucking know. Cult the God. She's just in the force, not in professional wrestling for the wrestle. Like, that's even worse, dude, if she wrestles. Literally. Whatever. Let's just move on. Jon Moxley, the reigning defending AEW Continental Champion, defeats Konosuke Takeshita to retain the AEW Continental Championship. And after the match, Will Ospreay made his AEW return to attack the Death Riders, including Jon Moxley. This was great, bro. I love this quite a bit. It's great to see Ospreay. He got a lot of hate, obviously, from like the stuff he had. Like, I mean, he was what, a person like a producer in Pro Wrestling Eve, or something like that, where he was basically like some in politics, which I obviously hate. Obviously, so I'm not going to talk about it because I don't care. I think Ospreay's the best pro wrestler in that company, AEW. I really do. That's what I think, but still. And like him or not, as a human being, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care about that shit at all. I really don't, dude. I really don't. I have better shit in my life to do than just worry about Will Ospreay's hanging out with pro wrestlers. I'm sorry. I just don't care. But Jon Moxley defeats Takeshita and Ospreay made to the AEW Continental Championship. I'll be honest. I said some predictions, obviously, yesterday for YouTube and Spotify, where I said I thought Takeshita was gonna win this championship, probably get like potentially like Ospreay return. I didn't see that in the cards at all. And honestly, he returned. But I find it funny that he came out after the match and Moxley's still the Continental Champion. Well, we had Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay for the Continental Championship. I don't think that's necessary. We're ready to sue for a non-title shit and put the title on Takeshita. I do not honestly, but still. What is this? If we get the championship back on Ospreay before even though he gets the World Championship at All In, probably? Or is he even going to be at the All In, being the main event this year on All In? We don't even fucking know at this rate. But this gets an A-, a freaking great match, though. Ospreay, Jesus. Takeshita and Moxley, obviously. Trying to speed by the rest of this review. We went to like 10 to 11 minutes solo for that Ronda Rousey segment, man, I ain't gonna lie. But this gets an A- to say at least. Moving on to a tag team I freaking love in the women's division in AEW. Lena Cross and Megan Bayne. We call it a dominant something, dominant of something to say at least. I don't know what the fucking is. A dominations maybe? I don't fucking know. Let me know in the comment section about that. Lena Cross and Megan Bayne defeat the Babes All Around to win the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. I love this decision. I love the decision better than the freaking match, honestly. Not that the women didn't have their moments in this match, but something about this seemed off to a point. Like, I'll be honest with you, I like a pre-show match more in this match with Lena Cross and Will Nightingale. I thought that was better than this. And that was on the pre-show. But then again, you might probably do a title change with a tag team title, so that's probably no hey, no she, and whatever. So on kids, will we defend that TBS championship in singles division? Not worry about the tag team titles, is fine with me. And I'll be honest, this may be a hot take to people. I might even say this for a podcast on Sunday, I don't know. For a Lucas Young show. I think Lena Cross and Megan Bayne in the AEW Women's Tag Team Division should at bare freaking minimum go into 2027 still Women's Tag Team Champions. These two should have a freaking dominant reign. Or if you want with people in AEW, Ring of Honor, even like MLW, I don't fucking care. Give these women some freaking competition too. And you're golden, dude. These two can realistically be your face of your women's tag team division all freaking year. I'm not joking when I say that either. These two have fucking immaculate chemistry together. And they're dominant. I'm a big Lena Cross fan. I think she's freaking great. You know, this is the first time I've been seeing her since she's signed into AEW. Which she made her debut at All In, or not All In. Grand Slam Australia. Been impressed the moment more I've seen her on AEW television. And that gear she had last night, top notch. Top fucking notch, dude. Big Lena Cross. And I love Megan Bain, too. Again, I'm just even praising Lena Cross. Megan Bain's probably even better than Lena Cross. I love those two women. Probably, I might say this wholeheartedly. Minus you know who Mercedes, my favorite pro wrestler in the game. Besides her and Jamie Hayter, these two right here, Megan Bain and Lena Cross, might be my two favorite women's wrestlers in AEW. Minus Mercedes and Jamie. Minus those two. I am not joking when I say that. Not joking at all when I freaking say that, dude. Those two are freaking great. And defeat the Babes are rough in a very decent match to point. I like the decision more than do the match, honestly. That's why I get to be. But keep those titles on Megan and Lena for a long time, dude. Nobody should be beaten in any eliminator match or even a tag team title match at all. None, dude. And feel bad for Penelope Ford, though. When she comes back, she's gonna be cooked, bro, honestly, with these two. Unless she's like a mouthpiece and then fine me, hey, don't harm, no foul. I don't see that being happening at all. Unless she messes me with a trio, honestly. Maybe Penelope can be a pin here, but I don't fucking know. We ain't find out to say. At least when Penelope comes back from injury. Let's rush somewhere to 22 minutes on this podcast. We only got one thing so far into it. I know, dude. I know. That's Revolution for you. Swerve Strickland defeats Brody King. And after the match, Swerve looked to attack King even more so, until Kenny Omega made his AEW return to save King. This gets a B+. This match is pretty freaking good. Big Brody fan. Brody's freaking great. Swerve's even better. So I like this match quite a bit. Swerve's a great heel. I've been loving Swerve since he's turned on Kenny Omega. Man just looks, I love him. He's much more better as a heel. It's not that he's a bad babyface. It's just not his style. It's just not his style. His style is like that big, like, you know, he's not like the biggest guy, but he's like he has a lot of chemistry, but he screams freaking heel to me. That's just me, in all honesty. And this match is pretty freaking good, gotta be quite honest. And Kenny Omega returns to probably get his revenge on him, Swerve. Probably, like, I'm gonna think probably Dynasty, and probably Swerve loses there. I know Swerve would be losing 2 straight Dynasties in a row. He lost, obviously, Moxley last year for the World Championship. And now the following year, he's gonna lose probably against Kenny Omega. And guy got his first World Championship at Dynasty, though, so there you go. He got his first World title win at Dynasty. It was against, what, Samoa Joe? Was it Hangman, too? It was a triple threat, I forgot, honestly. But this match is pretty good, gave it a B+. Moving on, Tech Law. The reigning defending AEW Women's World Champion. Must have tag team champion. That is not the case. Defeats Chris Statler in a 2-3 false match to retain the said AEW Women's World Championship. This gets a B+, dude. Tekla's growing me a lot, dude. You know me, since she came into AEW, I was not the biggest fan of her. And my gosh, she has fucking taken this championship run and ran with it, dude. This woman is freaking great as a heel champion. I mean, damn. Confidence she's getting better, even better with more promos she cuts to. I'll be honest, I'm a Mercedes Monet fanatic. You know how much I love that woman. You know how much I love Mercedes. I think, like, recently she technically did an interview. She's basically named John Mercedes Monet as basically an idol killer, dude. I'll be honest, I kind of like that. Maybe it'll be an interesting dynamic for me for the World Championship being it all in this year. Maybe a heel tech against a babyface Mercedes Monet. Whenever all the championships are finally dropped, man. We'll discuss her in today's podcast too, Mercedes Monet, my girl. Love her, obviously. But Tekla defeats Statlander in a very good match, a 2-3 falls, gave it a B+. Very good match if you ask me. Nothing else more than that, though, but Hey, Tekla's getting blocked. She's growing me a lot. I might become more of a fan of her, honestly. Kind of like I did with Megan and Lena Cross. Moving on to filler, banger, whatever. Mystico and Jet Speed. People like Bayley and Kevin Knight. I like this trio to a point, but they defeat the Don Callis to win the AEW World Trio Championships. And ladies and gentlemen, then just literally, we had the same run with Jet Speed in the Trios division, minus Mystico. You had Hangman Adam Page. Like, what the fuck kind of sense does that make? What, you want to put the titles on those three for only because you want to get Powerhouse Hobbs off the television because he's going to WWE as Royce Keys? Like, that was like the only thing I probably could think about that, right? And for these three men to win Trios Gold, like, this did not need to be on pay-per-view. This could have main event Dynamite and you've been fine. Or even Collision. Who the fuck needed to see this on this show? I just don't understand it. But this gets a B- for just banger matches, dude. You're lucky to get a B- out of me. Moving on to Andrade El Idolo defeats Bandito. Another fun match here. These two men were freaking great. Bandito's great. And love Andrade El Idolo even better. This gets a B+. The stuff these two men laying each other in this match too. Great pro wrestlers just colliding on pay-per-view. Granted, this match doesn't scream pay-per-view worthy to a point. But it's like an undercard match or like a B-level pay-per-view. Like, you know, I don't know, Revolution's are technically a big 4 to a point, but still. I suppose whatever, dude. This gets a B+, so in all honesty, very fun match if you ask me. Here's the second and last match I'm going to discuss with nice Tony Storm Rhea Shafir match. Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Darby, another trios match, lovely. Defeat the Dogs, a freaking collision level middle of the show match. A big fat fucking C. Fucking, what the fuck are we doing here, dude? What are we doing? Yo, dude, your buddy over here, you know what the fuck we're doing here? So I don't fucking have no clue. No? Then don't say blame me, dude. Seriously, who the fuck asked for this? Could have trimmed this match down, probably gave more time. Not the main event, that was like 45 minutes at Texas Death Match. Gave more time to, the AEW Women's Championship match. Maybe even more time to, I don't know. Maybe Lena Cross and Mega Bane, the Babes of Wrath. I don't know, dude. Maybe it's more time to Swerve and Brody King. Look, even more time for Andrade and Bandito. You had to have a trios match with the fucking Dogs in it. Me and Clark Connors, David Finlay, and Gabe Kidd. What the fuck are we doing here, dude? It's so fucking boring. Now I move on to the main event, though. MJF, the reigning defending AEW World Champion, defeats Hangman Adam Page in the main event at Texas Death Match to retain the AEW World Championship. And now Hangman can never challenge for the AEW World Championship. Or who's the champion? Never again, dude. Stipulation's a stipulation there, Hangman. Stipulation's a stipulation. Unless you probably wouldn't Owen again. You already did the honestly last year. But I'll be honest, man, this is 45 minutes of a freaking bloodbath, and it's syringed to a fucking ear that made me cringe. I'm not gonna lie. Like, dude, like, what is with these? I like these to a point, but once you do them, like, every 2 to 3 months at twice, like, dude, doesn't it get kind of ridiculous after a while? Don't you think? Great, I love the action, I love the brawl here, but still, man, at least MJF gets another freaking amazing Texas. He probably makes me one of the best Texas Death matches, Iron Man matches, and probably even like dog collar matches too. This man can do any stipulation and freaking run with it. MJF is he's great. Probably the face of the company, honestly. And bad line, she said that. But this match is freaking... It's not even a match. It's not a match. It's more of a freaking brawl and a bloodbath. But still, I love this. And this is freaking great. It was a 45 minutes ridiculous to a point. Like, this is for potentially, like an all-in, like, level match. Or no. That did look kind of ridiculous being 45 minutes. But then again, it's a Texas death match, dude. I don't remember how long Hangman and Moxley went for at All In. But still, it doesn't really make me mad on this, honestly. But this was freaking great, dude. I love the brawl. I mean, you kind of trimmed like 10 minutes or so, honestly. Yeah, 35 minutes was just fine. But still, hey, at least it's one of the better things on this pay-per-view, honestly. Gets an A- for level main event. The thing is, Heyman's not challenging for World Championship ever again, dude. It kind of shocks me. I mean, again, I knew MJF was going to win this. But then again, why would Heyman give up his whole, like, stipulation of putting his rest of his shots at the World Championship over if he loses? And he obviously lost here. But still, man, it is what it is. This gets an A- for a main event level pay-per-view match, if you ask me. As your overall show grade for AEW Revolution 2026 is a B. And that is your AEW Revolution 2026 review on this podcast. Moving on, Stone Cold Steve Austin shuts down Monday Raw return rumors. Which also, you say it's National 316 days that it just whipped your ass. No laughing. I'm sorry. WrestleVotes had heard that people within WWE were hopeful that Austin might appear. Actually, in fact, just fucking botched my own freaking nose, dude. Oh my god. Shall I move on? Oh god, dude. Steve Austin has confirmed that he will not be appearing on Monday Night Raw in San Antonio, Texas for March 16th. The sponsor takes place 29 minutes from now. Shutting down speculation that he might show up for the show on 316 Day. Raw is taking place at the Frostbanker Center in San Antonio on March 16th, obviously tonight, a date that holds significant meaning for Austin, given that his connection to his most famous catchphrase. WrestleVotes had heard that people within WWE were hopeful that Austin might appear for what would be his first Monday Night Raw appearance in years, with symbolic combination of the date and location seen as a natural setup for a surprise return. Speaking with the takedown on Sports Illustrated, Austin was asked directly whether fans should expect to see him at the show. He made his plans clear. He says, and I quote, "Man, they should tune in because they love WWE and Monday Night Raw," Austin said. "But I am out. I will be a few days out from that race. The race I am talking about with my racing career, and we are trying to get in that car ready. We are working our asses off, so yeah, I will be hunkered down in a garage out here in BFE, Nevada, whatever that means, honestly. Trying to get this buggy ready to side-by-side utility vehicle to race this grilling 250-mile race. With everybody else I raced with, I wanted to get out there and put my own show on out there in the desert." End quotes. So you're not getting Stone Cold Steve Austin National 316 Day. I didn't expect him to be on this show, honestly. I didn't expect him at all. And people just ran with it because it's 316 Day, March 16th, honestly. Nothing else to say there on that, though, honestly. So you're not going to get Stone Cold Steve Austin on Raw tonight. If you expect him, honestly, at Raw, you can obviously forget that out of your thick skull right now, honestly. You're not going to get Stone Cold Steve Austin on WrestleMania. You're not going to get that either, dude. Let's just be real in all honesty. Alright, so update on Santos Escobar's WWE status. Santos Escobar remains under contract with WWE despite a false report this week, claiming that he had been quietly moved to the alumni section of the company's website, WWE.com, obviously. According to FightfulSelect.com, Escobar has been listed on the alumni section since his original WWE contract expired last year. She re-signed with the company shortly after and never moved back to the active roster page. WWE confirmed that to Fightful within the last week that Escobar is still with the company. The alumni section of WWE's website is typically reserved for talent who are no longer with the company or at their promotion with the company, making his placement there a source of confusion for fans and outlets unaware of the circumstances surrounding his re-sign. The false reports circulated following Escobar's appearance at a AAA event, even this past weekend. Fightful reported the one AAA talent described his performance as lethargic. No information has emerged at the linking to that specific performance to any issues with the WWE. And Escobar is expected to be continuing working for the Mexican promotion. AAA and WWE have maintained a working relationship and has allowed talent to appear in both promotions and discuss Bayley in the next segment where she made an appearance on AAA. With several WWE names appearing on AAA program in recent months, like I just mentioned with Bayley. Despite remaining under contract with the company, Escobar has expressed a desire to be used more prominently on WWE television. According to Fable, Escobar was open to leaving the WWE when his contract expired, but WWE had made a significant push to retain him. At the time, it was said that internally within WWE that he was signed for an amount that would have been irresponsible not to feature him on television. That level of investment makes the continued absence from regular programming a point of discussion within the company. Now, this is what they say about everybody, dude. They said the same thing with freaking Karrion Kross. He didn't buy it for $1 all breeze, and he kept him on television until his contract eventually ran out, and he left the company obviously last year. Like what we're doing with guys like Escobar and like Rey Fenix. Well, I know Rey Fenix and Penta are united on AAA, honestly. I mean, wrestling their first match they're back together as the Lucha Brothers and thinking AAA. It's kind of like bizarre if you ask me there, but still makes sense kind of to his whole point too. But like, what are we doing with Santos at the point is very bizarre if you ask me. Hopefully he could turn around honestly in WWE and hopefully he can not be a budget cut, but in WWE it'd be kind of awful if you ask me too, to say the least. Like keep updating Escobar to say he's a talented pro wrestler. He potentially got Rey Mysterio comparisons too. So I ain't found that the series when Santos Escobar returns on WWE television series. Keep updating him going forward. Moving on. One of my personal favorite professional wrestlers in the female division, or WWE and AEW, Bayley, makes her AAA debut in a losing effort against Flammer. Who I guess is like the AAA Women's Champion, honestly, I'm not totally sure. Bayley made her AAA debut at Rays on Saturday night as the mystery challenger for AAA Arena de Reina's Championship, I think is what you call it, honestly. But came up short against the former champion Flammer again after interference from Las Toxidas. Don't know who the fuck that is. I mean, I think it's like a staple, maybe, if you ask me. But good for Bayley, bro. I think she wants to work in TNA too, I heard, honestly. Just wish she could be better booked on WWE television. Obviously, she has a match tonight, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, against one of the all-time greats, AJ Lee, for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be freaking fun as fuck, dude. You know, that's one of AJ's matches you want to aspire to come back to the company with AJ Lee and Bayley. Honestly, they both have a freaking immaculate friendship, honestly. I think Bayley and CM Punk are close, but obviously boils on to be AJ and Bayley close as well. I think AJ made a couple appearances in NXT when Bayley's the NXT Women's Champion back then, honestly. When AJ was last in the company, honestly, too. So that is just freaking full circle fucking. I'm looking forward to seeing that match, too, by the way. Just hope it doesn't, like, get, like, mixed up with probably Becky Lynch coming out and probably even, like, trying to cost me AJ and both. Maybe it's a freaking disqualification for all you know. God forbid, honestly. We ain't found what Bayley does for tonight's say at least on Monday Night Raw. And she already wrestles AJ Lee for Women's Intercontinental. She'll probably lose again, honestly, and I hate that, honestly. She's too fucking good. We taking L after L after L. But God knows, maybe she's even coming to join her best friend in AEW. You know what that is. We'll discuss probably the next segment, obviously, too, by the way, in AEW news. But good for Bayley getting her reps in at AAA, which I don't mind her be a AAA champion there one day, too. Don't mind that at all. If she does stick with WWE. If she doesn't, then probably you're not going to guarantee in AAA ever again, probably. The way you found that to say at least is so say at least. Keep up there and Bayley going forward and ask me one of my favorites of all time. I love Bayley to death, dude. Fucking phenomenal she is still to this day, dude. So keep up there and her going forward if you ask me. Moving on to my girl, Mercedes Mone. Her losing streak continues, ladies and gentlemen. Pains my soul. But also love it at the same time, dude. I'll explain why. Mercedes Mone's belt collection continues to shrink. The star lost to EWA Women's Championship to Mila Schmidt on Saturday at a BCW event in Paris, France, marking her third championship loss in a row this month. After the match, Mone and Schmidt held up a sign saying, and I quote, I read, "More women in wrestling," which probably took a shot at both Tony Khan and Triple H, but still. I fucking laughed my ass off when I saw that. In a show of unity. There you go, honestly. That's probably why. I'm honestly joking when it comes to Triple H and Tony Khan. He's probably one of the global stuff, because obviously, Mercedes Moné, haters like it or not, is a global fucking wrestling icon. You don't get moments like this for any one of these indie wrestlers, dude. But she's giving back to promotions like this, dude. Also building up her storyline in AEW. Like fucking a generational freaking megastar from Mercedes Moné. If you don't like it, I have to fucking tell you, dude. Like I've been telling you, the downfall is obviously upon us, dude. We were doing this downfall storyline. It's paying my soul as Mercedes Moné fan I am. Losing the 5 straight consecutive losses, but still. She's giving back to these promotions, dude. It's not that hard to figure out, you freaking idiots. Well, what's the Mercedes Hogan, Mercedes whatever. You can say a billion one different names. Mercedes Omega, Mercedes Reigns, Mercedes Rhodes at this rate. Like, God knows these people think of Cody Rhodes too. Like, dude. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. How stupid do you freaking look right now? Her last 12 matches, ladies and gentlemen, she has combined 4 and 8. What do you not see? How is that even close to Hogan? If anything, that's like a Brooklyn Brawler at this kind of to a point. But giving her back to these promotions, bro. Giving back to professional wrestling. There's a reason why she was crying after that, and like happy tears. She was half of this Milla Schmidt person. I know who this was. She's kind of impressive to a point too. But we didn't see women like this. It wasn't for Mercedes. You wouldn't see this. You don't see a megastar like this woman. Or any megastar like her. Male or female. Go to these no-name promotions and give back, lose honestly too. You never see that. We're seeing it right now with one of the best in this whole generation. If not the part of the go. She's my go, honestly. Obviously, male or female. But that's just my personal preference. You know, let me say it. Even like I don't give a flying fuck. The woman is fucking incredible. She's incredible. You don't like it? I don't know what to fucking tell you, people. I don't know what to freaking tell you. Not everything can be about WWE and even AEW. Not everything has to be, dude. It's going to do biggest names in the promotion and wrestling world, obviously. Mercedes has signed one of them in AEW, but still. She's giving back to these promotions, dude. How can I love that? For the talent, and also Mercedes doing it for herself, too. And these other people, obviously. The woman is too fucking generous, bro. She's so fucking great and so selfless, bro. You don't like it? I don't have to fucking tell you, dude. I don't know what to tell you. You're just being a stupid idiot at this rate. It's staring you right in the freaking face. It really is. You're just being too stupid not to see it. So shout out to Mercedes, bro. You know how much I love her, bro. I love her even 20 times more after this. That might be me more generous. But shout out to Mercedes Moné for sure. Fucking incredible talent she is for sure. And finally, you're on for your LimitsCenter podcast for your Monday, March 16, 2026. Britt Baker says her AEW return is not up to her. Britt Baker has responded to a fan asking for a return to AEW, saying that the decision is not in her hands. Baker has not been on AEW television since November of 2024. Just freaking insane. She missed all 2025, but still. Didn't even know that until today. At AEW Revolution at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California, the event will feature returns of like Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, and Will Ospreay, along with appearance from Ronda Rousey. I want to point that out. The wave of returns prompted one fan to call out Baker's continued absence on social media, highlighting the contrast between wrestlers being brought back to Baker's prolonged absence. He says, unquote, we've had a return and debut for 4 different matches tonight, and when there's a return staring us in the face, we don't get it. The fan wrote, tagging Baker directly in the end, come home. Basically, people say Mercedes when it is Sasha Banks to come on, but still. Sounds fucking pathetic, but still, honestly. Baker responded with 2 words, not up to me, she wrote. Obviously, she's probably nothing else to do, because probably it's Tony Khan, people are, like, basically in, like, prison, honestly, to a point. Hear freaking sirens. While all 45 minutes to 46 minutes on this podcast, I hear one else of fucking sirens until now! Unbelievable, dude. Lucky not that long, honestly. Thank God, obviously, but still. But honestly, like, I think Britt should leave. I really do. Like, seriously, she needs to either change the scenery. I mean, honestly, when she wants to continue to professional wrestling, it's up to her. Nobody's gonna force her to leave or to continue professional wrestling. Honestly, I think she should retire from being a dentist, honestly, too, if I think about it. So maybe she still wants to be professional, but I think she should still leave AEW. I really do. Because what is she going to be doing? She's been a world champion. She got to be a TBS champion. I don't think she needs that, though, honestly, but still. I think Britt Baker needs to change the scenery, dude. Like, now. Like, now, dude. She really needs it, like, now. But that's my thoughts on that for sure. A little quick thought of Britt Baker update on this podcast. And that is your LimitsCenter podcast, your Monday, March 16th of 2026. Thank you all for watching. LimitsCenter on YouTube and all audio platforms. You can see on the show. You can see on TNT on YouTube. Which the latest edition, can't freaking speak of LimitsCenter. From Monday, March 16th of 2026. And hopefully, knock on wood, and a couple more uploads tomorrow on YouTube and Spotify, to say at least. But also your latest session on LimitsCenter for your Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. All things Monday Night Raw. And all the latest news in professional wrestling, to say at least. I'm probably thinking about YouTube upload about Ronda Rousey too. Maybe upload to Spotify too, to say at least. I'm more likely definitely be probably YouTube in all honesty. So until next time, and trust me, definitely be next time, everybody. Peace and love, everybody. I am out here. Love you all big time, to say at least.